people have the proper representation when they go to immigration proceedings if this increased enforcement continues to happen in our community. So those are pretty much broad recommendations.
Going from you, that means that we're gonna
need to lie.
And you know what? No. We said something that is very, very important. And you all must remember this. No, that everyone, the Constitution of the United States, can you hear me? Yeah. That the Constitution of the United States protects everyone, regardless of their immigration status. So that's really interesting that some of you here do not believe in the Constitution of the United States of America. I find that extremely interesting. Don't you? Okay. So the next speaker, thank you for reminding us of our rights. And you can be guaranteed that we're not only going to learn our rights, but we are going to implement our rights. Because the thing about rights is that it's not enough to know your rights. It's important to know your rights. But it is more important to exercise those rights. And you can be guaranteed that we're going to be exercising our rights, the rights given under the Constitution of the United States.
Here in America.
Ruby Olvera, and she's a UC Riverside Poder president. So give us the power.
My name is Ruby. I am representing Poder on campus. It's an organization dedicated to helping the undocumented community. I'm also part of the UC Undocumented Student Coalition. Thank you. So I'm going to start off with the words undocumented, unafraid, and unapologetic. I came to this campus with those words, and I'm very fueled, and I continue to say that on this campus. As president of Poder, we have continued to advocate for student needs and for the community as well. We provide conferences letting students know how to go, continue on to college. We also provide Immigrant Awareness Week that allows for other folks to know and be aware of what it is to be undocumented, the intersectionality that exists, the struggles that we face, and the barriers that we continue to face. The third event that we have is a banquet, and we continue to advocate for the needs of undocumented students through the means of scholarships and fundraising. The UC Undocumented Student Coalition has worked to provide equal rights and resources for undocumented students across the UC. But also I want to introduce the narratives. I think it's important in these conversations to keep the narratives of students in this process. And I'm here to bring that a little bit to light. So, it is really unfair and it's unjust that students today have to face the fact that, they're no longer saving for their funds for after college preparation programs. They're investing it for emergency plans, and that's unfair. Secondly, it's unfair that students are not only worried going on campus about their finals or their midterms or what's going on in life. They're also being worried that when they come home, that their parents may not be there, that their family members may not be there, and they have to take that leave. But as I say those, I am really energetic and fueled by all of you here today. And it is really, unjust that even on my own campus, that police have to come because I feel unsafe. And I know many of our communities do feel that. And so I want to say that I want to encourage you all to continue in this movement, to continue to resist, and that you all fuel me just by being here, by giving your words of advice and working with other collaborative, groups to move forward in this fight. So as always, undocumented, unafraid, and unapologetic. Thank you all.
Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. So now it's a pleasure for me to introduce Juan Hernandez. He's the director of our Roots Multicultural Center. ¿Está aquí? Oh, okay.
Muchas gracias. El futuro de nuestra comunidad está en tus manos. Todas estas personas que se están buñando van a estar muertas cuando ellos lleguen a tener el poder para la comunidad que mereces. Dijo Benito Juárez, el respeto al derecho ajeno es la paz.
Así es.
Y el respeto que nos han faltado aquí estas personas es algo que me duele en el corazón, porque yo he vivido por más de 50 años esto, estoy viviendo de nuevo, pero no me he rendido. Yo he visto el trabajo que ha hecho en Orange Cove y que no se ha rendido por 34 años, porque es lo que merecemos en estas comunidades. Y si vienes a un lugar como Riverside y todavía estamos peleando esas mismas batallas, quiere decir que estamos 34 años atrasados. Y si hay gente que cree que este país es nomás de ellos, ¿qué tan atrasados no estarán? El corazón por estas personas, oro por ellas. Tengo vergüenza por ustedes. How does it feel? How does it feel, English only? How does it feel? Over 50 years ago, I was living the same thing that I'm living today.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, boo-hoo, and you're disrupting me. And officer, please, please, officer. We have what you call your country has created institutions to put people like that in. So please, please, officer, take care of it. He's crying for help. I think Mahatma Gandhi said something like, what would he say? They'll ignore you, they'll laugh at you, they'll fight you, and then you'll win. Yeah.
You laughed at him and he won. And you guys are mad. And you're mad. Okay. Excuse me. Let him continue.
Entonces, I was on a roll, wasn't I? Yeah. And so, ya como dicen en mi tierra, me sacaron de onda. Pero ¿sabes qué? Voy a meterme para atrás al corazón donde empecé. Voy a volver a meterme para atrás donde yo vi el esfuerzo de mis padres cuando cruzaron el desierto para darme una mejor vida. Y eso yo lo agradecí. Yo me senté enseguida de César Chávez cuando él me dijo y trabajó para mejorar la vida de nuestras familias. Y ya después de 6 generaciones en este país, no nos vamos a hacer para atrás. No nos vamos a rendir. Entonces, estas personas, como los que nos están tratando de cambiar nuestro gobierno, no voy a decir nombres, pero como dijo un amigo, dijo, ay, qué personas tan admirables, que ya hasta cagan por la boca. Pero con eso las dejo. Con eso los dejo. Yo no manejé 127 millas ayer y ahora, para estar aquí, porque yo estoy en la frontera, donde quiere poner el muro. Yo estoy trabajando en los dos lados de la frontera, donde estoy viviendo y mirando. Que no somos 37 años atrasados, todavía estamos más de 50 años atrasados. Y vamos a buscar soluciones en las comunidades como en Victorville, como en Porterville, en Cove, aquí en Orange County, en Riverside, en Los Ángeles, en todas las áreas donde tenemos nuestras familias. Entonces, muchísimas gracias, que tengamos buenas intenciones, sigamos votando a gente, sigamos haciendo hijos, siguiendo... No vamos a tener que pelear, nada.
Lo que dijo Juan,
Come on back, I'll interpret for you.
Why don't you come over here and talk? Come on. I don't want to talk. Is California still the United States or not?
thank you for your wisdom. I mean, I think that's the wisdom of someone that has been in the struggle for a long time. And we're going to continue to struggle because our ancestors have taught us how to fight. And they also taught us how to have a vision of winning. So we're going to fight and we're going to win. There's not even a question about that. It's a process. And I want to, in that sense, I'd like to invite the compañero Neftali Galarza from the Consejo de Federaciones Mexicanas. He actually was here, and so I'm calling him to come up. And please help me welcome.
Buenos días. Good morning, everyone. I'm here with, I'm an organizer with Consejo de Federaciones Mexicanas, Council of Mexican Federations, and it's time that, we need to be active, right? And it was time in 2008, and it's time in 2017. We saw spikes of deportations under the Obama administration, and we're going to continue to see them now. So, whether we have a Democrat or a Republican president, we always need to continue fighting for Raza. Because it happened. And we always need to remind each other, and maybe our friends here agree, in 1996, President Bill Clinton, whom I assume they like because he's the first person who built the wall, right? And the person who did the 10-year penalty, and the reason why a lot of our families haven't been able to legalize. And all these struggles that our families have had. So what we need to do today is ensure that, everyone knows their rights. Make sure that, reach out to your community organizations like CODEG, COFEM, and anyone who does Know Your Rights workshops, and hold them, invite your community, whether it's in your house living room or in your local school. Make sure that we have Know Your Rights workshops so everyone knows that they have rights, right? And not these people here try to intimidate anyone, because in reality, we're all equal, right? And so, to say, I'm all up for continuing to bring up the U.S. Constitution up for review, right? Because we say it was perfect, and we say slave owners were perfect, right? We say that that said that that women were allowed to vote, and that people of color were allowed to vote were perfect. And that's not the case, right? We need to continue to review it, ensure that everyone's equal, time changes, and we live in cycles like our ancestors always have, right? We need to change with those cycles and not continue to live in the past. 50 years ago, and this Make America Great Again is when we couldn't vote, when we were shut down, before the alley riots, and before we had professors.
You must love it. You're here.
I was lucky to have a professor like Dr. Armando Navarro who empowered us, right, to give us a voice. The police is here to hear us. I've been in your shoes where I've disrupted meetings. But the difference is that I got arrested for disrupting a meeting. You guys, the majority of you are white, and so they're here to protect you guys and not take you guys out. strong and not let anyone fearmonger anyone, and ensure that we continue to fight for each other, have each other's back. You know, y como dijo un gran hombre, history will absolve us hasta la victoria siempre.
Definitely a very powerful slogan. We all know it. Hasta la victoria siempre. Bueno, entonces el siguiente orador es nativo, bueno, panelista. Es Nativo López, de Hermandad Mexicana, la original. Nativo.
Buenos días. Buenos días. En primer lugar, les quiero agradecer por la invitación, pero quiero hacer una introducción primero, reconociendo una gran pareja, los padres de Luz Gallegos. Yo los conozco por 40 años. Quisiera que se pusieran de pie para reconocer su gran labor. Nos conocemos en la Hermandad Mexicana desde los años 70 y no han parado. Es una familia de lucha y ahora la segunda generación. Y yo sé que hay una tercera generación ya formándose, ¿no? When we fight, we win. 100 days of Trumpism are met by 100 days of resistance. We fear not the politics and the policies of Trump. We are the people whose diversity makes America great. We are the salt of the earth that makes America great. And when we struggle together, we are even greater. When we come together around those issues that are common to us, we dare to learn from each other and appreciate our differences, and we dare to win. Our diversity is our strength. We comprise the working class of this nation. Fear not the use of that term, for this is who we are. We produce the wealth of the nation, and this is what distinguishes us from those who profit from the labor of America's masses. We are challenged by Trump and the class he represents and their vision for America. Our vision is another. Our vision is bountiful and inclusive. Our vision contemplates a home, education, health care, and a comfortable living wage for all Americans, including all immigrant workers and their families. We are about building bridges, not walls. We stand for the separation of church and state and the respect for all faiths and the right to profess none. There are two visions for America. We are engaged in an incontrovertible struggle over which will prevail. Today, I declare before you that workers will prevail, that women will prevail, LGBTQ will prevail, immigrants will prevail, and youth will prevail, Mother Earth will prevail, and the first peoples, the indigenous of these lands, will prevail. Our resistance to Trump and his cronies is of a strategic offensive, never defensive. The way to fight and win is to organize and build strength. When we fight, we win. Each one of us can be an organizer. Each of our families can be the cell that multiplies along the chain of families, that defends the integrity and becomes the basis of our resistance. Sisters and brothers, when we fight, we win. Welcome to the struggle. The California Latino Congreso invites you to a statewide summit on June 10th of this year at East Los Angeles Community College. And just to state briefly, the objectives of that statewide summit are as follows. Develop a plan of action to defeat the Trump anti-immigrant policies in California and generally. Build the California Congreso Latino as a strong united front to resist the Trump agenda. And lastly, to build a strong movement to promote a progressive, binational, U.S.-Mexico and transnational agenda.
Wow.
And I have several other recommendations that I would like to make to the body.
World government.
First and foremost, not cooperate. Excuse me. Be polite or you're going to be removed. Excuse me. Not cooperate with sheriffs or police if they cooperate with ICE. Any other agency of the government, we do not cooperate with those agencies if they cooperate with ICE in the detention and the deportation of our people. Number two, build an independent political power and not depend on either major political party, but put pressure on both to comply with the needs of our people. Build independent political power organizing committees in every congressional district in California of a permanent nature. 4, our political agenda must not be reduced solely to immigration, but must include issues that are important to our communities, such as taxes, education, water, health care, climate change, employment, living wages, gender equality, and war and peace. All of those issues are important to us. There is no issue. Black Lives Matter, brothers.
Yes, they do.
There is no issue in California that is not our issue. Water, climate change, life and death, war and peace, all of those are our issues. Lastly, we demand that the countries of origin of our communities,
Violence. We want to save America. We want to save America. We're going to get rid of you hostile people. Y'all are hostile. You're hostile.
This is not 1950. You cannot talk us like this.
They come up here and kill us. They are killing black. They are killing black. That's right. Killing black. They are killing black. They're destroying
That's plain Disney, mama.
Can you?
you need to Black America.
You get it right. You know what I mean? You have to fight.
Vamos a seguir. We're going to continue.
Criminal behavior. Right there.
Idiot right there.
See, look, check this out. Take a look at this picture. It says make America great again. Then it says lie. Then it says lie.
All right, listen to me up here. Eyes up here. Eyes up here. Everybody sit down. Everybody take a seat. I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2. Take a seat.
Better move. Hey, lie.
Gentlemen, eyes up here. Eyes to me. Eyes to me. Eyes to me. Okay, eyes to me. Right? Eyes up here. Thank you. Eyes up here.
They did.
Okay.
They want to intimidate you. The guys. And then they talk about us intimidating them.
No cowards. Idiots. You first.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're going to continue with the agenda. Okay? Yeah.
Is there copies of the agenda? Is there a copy? You have the agenda?
Okay, my final point, excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah, okay, my final point.
This isn't the agenda.
Stop.
That's not it.
Move your finger around. I'm sacrificing myself.